Hello everyone, how you guys doing? This is Bantu Queen. I hope you're doing well. So today we're going to be talking about breastfeeding and work. When I say work, I'm talking about all the women who have to go to work, whatever work that you're doing, working for yourself as a self-employed, working from home, any type of work that you have to do actually to earn an income and still like want to breastfeed. uh, I want to talk about it because this is something that is very, very important to me. I know personally how difficult it is to kind of like find perfect. I'm not going to really use the word perfect. Like I do a platform or an ideal place when it comes to that, to kind of like mixed work and breastfeeding is always very, very challenging and very, very difficult. And this is because I feel like the society as a whole is not doing much for when it comes to women, to support women. I really, really believe that. I believe that that is really what it is. That uh, I feel like because we are living in the patriarchal, we are in the patriarchal society, and I feel like if men were the one giving birth and still holding the place that they have in the society, things will be different. Because women are the one giving birth, and that most of the time, over time, every time that women have to kind of get something, they have to fight for it. They have to prove that they need it. They have to prove that it's good for them. It's the same thing about giving birth, because the simple fact is that if you're, even for women who are working, if you have to call off sick one day because your child is sick, they will tell you, if you do it once, you do it twice, they will let you know that you're not the first person to have a baby and you're not the last one. So it's like constantly that pressure that is put on women, where women have to perform, be perfect on everything. They have to be perfect mothers. They have to work. They have to do everything. And nobody is really giving them credit for that. Nobody is really giving them any appreciation when it comes to that. And I feel like without women, there won't be any generation for tomorrow. There won't be any future generation. There won't be anyone to take over anything, because of women that we have people walking everywhere. We have the society that continue to grow and continue to go forward because of women, and because they are giving birth, because of those babies. You see what I mean? And I feel like a woman who want to work and who also want to breastfeed, a woman who still want to be getting an income and they still want to breastfeed, there should be thing in place to give them really a good support for them to be able to really do that in the best condition. Which for me now, there's nothing like that. Some people are lucky to work for company who have a nursery on site. Those are really, really few people. I mean, it's very, very rare to see that, but there's very few places like that. But that's not even the issue. The issue is that how do I get to breastfeed my child properly and not losing out financially? How do I get to do that? And most of the time it's almost like impossible. It seems like there's no solution when it comes to that. There's nothing. Or where you have to choose whether you want to breastfeed, and then you breastfeed knowing that you're not going to be getting any money, or even if you get a maternity leave, like money for maternity leave, it will be very little compared to what you normally get while you're working. Or you decide to go to work and you just forget about breastfeeding. People will say, you can pump your milk and give your baby. It's not the same. Breastfeeding is not... For a woman who really want to breastfeed, pumping the milk is not the solution. Pumping the milk is not the solution. Obviously, in many countries, like for example, where we are, there are you have a maternity leave, which normally, depending on how long you've been in the company, is normally 9 months. On those 9 months, the first 3 months, I think you're paid 85%, and then the next 3 months, I think is something like 70-something%, and the 2 last months, I think is not much. It's not much. After that, you have the opportunity to get an extra 3 months those extra 3 months, you're not going to get anything. So altogether, you can be with your baby until they're a year old. But in making those decisions constantly, you have to think about whether or not financially you're going to be okay. Because if you make the decision that, okay, you know what, I'm staying with my baby, and you know that the money that you're getting now is not what you were getting while you were working. Yes, you are home with your baby, but still the money is not enough yet. You have an extra human being to care for. So for you look at the money, you're like, you know what? So sometimes is possible to kind of like, for many women to do it for 3 months. But after 3 months, when the pay keep on going down, they don't have any other choice than to go back to work. You know. I also know that we cannot really I mean, when it comes to that, it's not that bad here, because there's some places in the world where you don't have all those things. The maximum you have is 3 months. After 3 months, you have to go back to work. You know, if you're lucky, you're still gonna have your job. If you're not lucky, you have lost your job, and you will get a position that is below what you used to have. So the constantly that pressure over women, where you constantly have to make that choice whether you want to take care of your baby breastfeeding, or you have to go to work. Because if you don't go to work, then you're losing out. And every time you don't have the strength to start standing and fighting, because you feel like they're not treating you right, because you're feeling like they did you wrong. And so all those things. So I feel like the society as a whole really need to come together and really put things in place for women who are working and who want to breastfeed and who want to take care of the kids. Because especially when we know, and everybody know, that breast milk is the best nutrition for your baby. The World Health Organization keep on saying it. Everybody knows that. So why don't they put more things in place for women to be able to breastfeed comfortably without being too stressed about the money? Yeah, I mean, if you're already working, I'm not talking to give us somebody who is not working, who is at home. Even though if the woman is at home not working, I feel like having a baby, they should be getting something every month. Because once again, like I said, that giving birth to your future generation, the one that are going to take over all the one that who are there. No, if women were not giving birth, there won't be anyone to take over anything, and there won't be any country, because country exists because there are people in those countries. So I feel like women need to be more valued. Women need to be more careful. Women need to be more how to say that, need to be more things in place for women to help them, so that they to support them, so that they can do things with, with peace of mind. Because having a baby alone is a lot. So everything else, when you have to think about everything else, and the stress of leaving your newborn baby with somebody who is not you should be the one looking after your child, but you have to leave your child behind because you want to go and work, because you need to go, because I mean, it's just not right. Especially, we know that even when you're working as a self-employed, unless the baby, even when you want to get your baby with you, those, people, I mean, it's not comfortable, because people are funny. If the baby is like already a toddler, it depends the kind of workplace you have as a self-employed, then it might be okay. But most of the time, it's just not possible. People around me be telling you, your customer will tell you that this is not a place for a baby. So we also know that other place in the world is very, very comfortable, very, very normal for women to take the baby at work, whether especially if they're working for themselves. Like when it comes to Africa, the majority of women are working for themselves, doing their own business, stuff like that. So they will continually carry the baby, take the baby around with them. Because the thing is not even about having a system of care in place. Because I feel like for most women, most women don't want to leave the newborn baby, to somebody. No, you want to be there. You want to care for them. You want to make sure that all right, especially for the first year. And that first year, at least women should be supported 100%. So, talking about me personally, like when it came to that, I knew that no matter how bad I wanted to have a career, no matter how bad I wanted to to achieve and to be accomplished professionally. I needed, I was not comfortable leaving my babies at a young age from 0 to 1, even 2 to somebody else. I was not comfortable. So I have to come up with something. So what I came up with, anyone can do that and try to find some type of way to make an income from home. If you're lucky enough that you're working with a company and you can kind of like, how to say that, work from home, that would be nice. But if you cannot, and that you have your at the same time also, you know, the problem that when you're in maternity leave, you're not supposed to work. That's another problem. So you're in maternity, you're not supposed to work. Most of the time you have to kind of like leave your job and to be able to work. So that's all those things that need to be review and see, because if I'm working for a company and I cannot work from home for that company when while I'm on maternity leave, if I want extra time to stay with my child, then I should be able to still keep my job and then do something on the side to support me financially, you know. So me personally, I have to, it was just few months before I graduate for another degree that I was doing on in psychology. So as soon I already have things in place that I put in place, because I knew I was not going to go back to work until my baby was old enough to start nursery. For me, I feel comfortable them the age that I feel that I'm comfortable with my kids starting nursery is like 3 years old. So at 3 years old, I'm comfortable. You know, I know that I'm speaking very, very well and fluently. They can express themselves very well and all those things. That's when I'm comfortable. This is me. I'm not saying it has to be for everybody else. I feel like that's the only way for me to have a peace of mind. If I was to leave a newborn baby, if I was to leave a young child who cannot speak, then it would be a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. You know, as kids are growing and developing, there's constantly new stuff. And I know that when the new stuff will happen, there will constantly be that fear that maybe something happened where the care for my child. Now, me being with my kids 24/7, I can see all those things that I knew that if those things happen when if they were in nursery or something like that, I will surely blame the nursery or anything that they have done something to my child or anything like that. But I'm happy that I was able to see all that development. I was able to see all that growth and see all those changes, so that I know that everything was completely fine. So me, that's what I was comfortable with. And that's what I'm putting in place to make sure now I have some money coming in. Now, you have to understand that probably for most people, you're not going to be making as much money that you were making when you were able to work. And you should be able to try to be comfortable with that. If you have enough to pay for your mortgage or for the essential, not for things that are important, then you can reduce other things that are non-essential. You know, like outing, like I don't know things that you do that are not that essential. You know that it's not going to be for your whole life. You just know that it's going to be for 1, 2, maybe 3 years. So I feel like it's something that you can do. You know why you're doing it for. You're doing it for your child, for the best of your child. So you should be able to kind of like step away from those things for a little bit of time. You don't need to be buying as much clothes as you used to buy before, as much shoes, as much accessories, as much makeup, as much all those things. You will be surprised. Me, it's very funny. I don't know my makeup. I don't know. I know that normally you should change makeup regularly. First of all, I don't make up every day. You know, even when I do makeup, I don't do like a full makeup. So my makeup will really actually last for forever. I'm just make sure now I wash my brushes and I keep it clean. But I don't feel like, so all this for 3 years, my quality of, not quality of life, my quality of life is the same. Like when I say quality of life, is like good food, nice environment, comfortability, everything is the same. But when it comes to the extra, it has reduced. You know, I was thinking about it the other day that I had a lot of winter shoes. But it's been a while since I didn't buy shoes for last winter. I was thinking about that. Same way for a winter jacket. I didn't buy any winter jacket last winter. But I'm okay because I had those things there. When before, every winter I would buy at least 2 jackets. Every winter I would buy at least 2 pair of shoes. But I don't miss that because I know, first of all, it's just for, it's gonna be for some time. It's not gonna be like that forever. I'm okay with that. I'm okay to cut out certain things that are not non-essential, because I know that at the same time I'm doing what is the best for my child. I'm giving them the best, how to say that, the best base, the best starting point in their life, you know. And these are the things that, all these good things will follow them to the rest of for a lifetime. All these how to say, the basic that we were able to create together, me, my kids and myself. So I don't miss anything out. I really don't miss anything out, because I know that nothing is definite. I know that things change constantly. My kids are growing every day. They're getting to a point where my son next year will be 3 years old and will be able to go to nursery. And I will go back again to be almost the way I was before they were born. I got a 13-year-old too. I did the same thing for her too. So this is what me I did that works for me. That avoid stress, anxiety, and all those things. It really, really kept me in a very healthy space where I can do what I need to do, what is important, and still be relaxed and secret harmony around me and still be happy. I think that sometimes in life things change, and not all changes are negative. Sometimes you just need to embrace them. You actually realize that a lot of things that you used to do, a lot of money that you used to spend, or just you didn't need to spend that money. That you didn't need all those things. So it's good. You know, it's good. It just teaches you a different way of doing things, a different way of living, and make sure that my kids have everything that they need, all the good, important things, all the comfortable clothes, everything that is nice and good, and make sure of that. But now me, obviously, then I have to step back a bit, because I cannot, the money that I have right now do not allow me to make my kids very comfortable when I come to buying them nice clothes, nice shoes, buying good, nice food, quality food for the house, all the nice thing, keeping the house warm 24/7 and all those things, and still go and do what I used to do before. But like I said, I know it will not always be like that. You know, things changes every time. So I feel like you just need to see and cut where you can cut, just to avoid yourself that stress, that anxiety, that all those things. Cut and tell yourself that it's not always going to be like that. My kids will grow up. By the end of the day, what I'm doing for them now is priceless. So I'm doing it is priceless, and I know why. Maybe I might be losing out a bit, or me personally, but it's not always going to be like that. So that's just what I wanted to do. And to all the breastfeeding mothers out there, to all the mothers out there, really, I appreciate you, because I know what it is. I know how difficult it is to care for little humans. And every day now, when I see a mother with kids, I really, really I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You're doing great, and keep on doing great, and keep on trying to create a better space around yourself to be able to care for yourself and for your kids the best way that you can. Money is important, but money is not everything. So on this, take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you again soon. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Is most importantly, subscribe and likes. Subscribe and likes are very important, you know, to continue to grow and to continue to share and support anyone that we can support. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself. See you soon. Bye.